All right, you ready for a little game of what if? What if you were the health and wellness coach for either President Donald Trump or former VP Joe Biden? How might you go about helping them to become the very best version of themselves for the good of the country? And frankly, could a health and wellness coach even benefit either of these people who essentially they already have access to the best of everything the world has to offer? You might be surprised. I'm Dr. Bradford Cooper of the Catalyst Coaching Institute, where we partner with current and future health and wellness coaches and many others to move toward this idea of better than yesterday. Now, if you clicked on this video expecting me to provide some sort of political commentary or opinions about the upcoming election, you can click away right now. Everybody else is trying to tell you that. I'm not here for that. This video is not about which candidate is better. Instead, it's about how a health and wellness coach could help each candidate become a better version of themselves as they move forward. Let's start with the incumbent, President Donald Trump. He's not much of a polarizing figure, so you probably don't have any opinions about what he needs to do. Obviously, I'm kidding, but maybe I'm not. A health and wellness coach, by definition, brings an unconditional, positive regard for their clients, ensuring that all interactions are respectful and non-judgmental. So that sets clear standards for our approach as the coach. But what about just pointing out a couple things where either Trump or Biden need to change? As long as we're respectful and non-judgmental in terms of our affect with this. No. Now, a health and wellness coach honors that each client is an expert on his or her own life. It's not our job to tell either of these presidential candidates what to do. It's our role to draw out from them what is most important to them as they move forward, and then assist them in moving the dial in that desired direction. So with those reminders in place, where do we start with Mr. Trump? Well, we ask him. Now, I'll give it to you that he does see himself as probably the greatest human being on the face of the earth and possibly even one of the top 2 in the history of the world. So for him to share thoughts about the areas of his own health and wellness where he'd like to improve, I get it, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but health and wellness coaching is completely confidential and coaches do an amazing job of forming a trusted and meaningful relationship with their clients. So let's assume that happens here, and he mentions his sleep is an area in which he'd like to make some adjustments, as he's known historically for sleeping just 4 to 5 hours a night, and we know the impact of that. So that's an easy one, right? You just point him to the research on sleep, potentially send him a link to a couple of interviews with sleep experts from the Catalyst Health, Wellness, and Performance Coaching podcast, a little promo there, set up a new sleeping schedule for him, and you're good to go, right? Not even close. Not even close. The coaches watching this are shaking their heads. They know how it works most effectively. The first thing a coach would do is find out what he means by wanting to make some adjustments. What is the underlying why behind wanting a higher quality or quantity of sleep? How might feeling more rested impact his role as president? By evoking from President Trump how his sleep is linked to his core values of being independent, strong, and decisive, we will elicit change talk. From there, we'll start with what he already knows about sleep, offer some options, and then ask him what he would like to try. Just like with any client, he is in the driver's seat in determining his own health and wellness goals, and not just because he's the president. As is often the case, when clients make improvements in one area of their health and wellness, those benefits generally spill over into others. As President Trump makes these changes in terms of his enhanced sleep, he will likely experience benefits that extend over into other areas. Things like eating patterns, energy levels, engagement with others, and more. In fact, sleep improves motor skills, so he might even improve his Twitter skill set. Now, let's shift over to former VP Joe Biden. Just as with President Trump, our goal is to draw out what is most important to him, not us. Perhaps the 77-year-old former VP is looking at the campaign and knows his energy levels, they're going to need to be at an all-time high. As a result, he brings that element to the forefront of your coaching session. Once again, we'll start with the why this is important to him now and work to tie in his values. Finding out what Mr. Biden's current routine is would be a great place to start. What is already working for him? What are some areas that he might like to change or enhance? Looking at priorities and what tasks need to be done by him directly versus what he could allow others to address might be one key area that he might identify, for example. Talking through how he would feel with more energy, and then asking Mr. Biden to choose which direction he would like to work on first, then that's going to be the catalyst for moving the dial in the desired direction. Folks, when it comes to health and wellness coaching, there's no Trump versus Biden. There's no Democrat versus Republican. There's only better than yesterday, a journey we're all on together, and a journey that not only improves our own lives, but that of those around us. I'm hoping that President Trump and former VP Biden tune into the value of this in the coming days, and they reach out to you, and they start that trusted, meaningful, and confidential journey. And please, shoot me an email if they do. There are plenty more tools and resources to improve both your coaching and your life that are available on the website you see down below, catalystcoachinginstitute.com. If you like videos and you're looking for a next step, this one we've got right here would be a great place to start. This is Dr. Bradford Cooper signing out. Thanks for joining us. Take care.